और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन की कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good evening, all our guests today. We would like to thank all of you for your valuable time today to join this special webinar. Today's webinar is an invitation to become the business partner with Franchise India as independent franchise consultant. Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform how to start your own business. And IFC, which we call as independent franchise consultant, is an specialist how to start your own business specialist. So I'll give you some brief. What does our business look like? So our business is very simple. We work with two communities, two banks. One side, we are working with investors and we handhold, we guide, and we structure the deals and getting them into business. So we select a right business opportunity for investors who are looking forward to start a new business. On the other hand, we have businesses and brands who are looking forward for expansions, and we help them to scale their business. That is what our business in between, we do matchmaking. So we do matchmaking in between. Franchise India have the biggest network in the world today. We are already in 97 cities in India, and we are also 11 countries already with this concept and this model. Today, everything what we consume is coming from a franchise company. And in a survey, it has been found that every household today has at least one person who is looking to start a new business. There are millions of NRIs also in India. You will see they are looking forward to start a new business, but they have no understanding about the market. They have no understanding about which business is suitable for their profile and where they can invest. That's where Franchise India comes in between, because we are the only company in India and world's largest, having the largest distribution and network today, who helps investors to select a right business opportunity for them. So considering this humongous opportunity in franchising, Franchise India is looking forward for like-minded people and professionals who want to start this business wherein they can help investors. So would mean it's a consulting as a practice, wherein we are looking forward for professionals who have some consulting background. We are looking forward for professionals who are real estate consultants, already into some franchise consulting. Also, they do a franchise business they are already in, or they are having some education consulting background, but some kind of consulting background who would take care of this area wherein they can help investors. So we always train all of them for this business, how to do this, but there has to be some kind of passion to help others to get them into business. So this is a very unique, highly rewarding, very, very low cost, and it's a highly rewarding and no risk opportunity, which is to join with world's largest franchise solution company as a partner. So Franchise India have more than 16,000 companies today. If you see our website, franchiseindia.com, we have more than 16,000 companies who are working with Franchise India. We have different businesses all together with us, and we are there to support and help every investor to structure a deal for them which is suitable for their market, suitable for their investment bracket, and also as per their profile. So Franchise India, we have got three companies to give you some overview. In India, we are known as Franchise India. Globally, we work with the name Fran Global, because Fran Global is the market entry for all the companies who are global businesses. They want to enter India. So Fran Global would be the market entry for them. And Fran Global is taking Indian companies also outside India, wherein they want to expand. Third is FranCorp. FranCorp is world's largest franchise consulting company. So when we get Indian businesses ready for franchise, it is FranCorp. So FranCorp is actually 47-year-old USA Chicago-based company, and they are consultants. So they have consulted the large corporates like McDonald's, Hershey's, KFC's, and all these big companies also. In India, we are master license of FranCorp. It's been now 20 years. So in India, domestic companies, when we get them into business, so first we get them ready for franchise. All the documentation, their business model, financial model, all the legal documentation, we help them to get this thing done. So any international company, when they enter India, we also have to fine tune with their business model. That's wherein FranCorp do help in between. So we have largely three formats of the business. We call as investments, where we get investments from investors into businesses, and we also help businesses to scale up. So that we call it a scale up. And third is resale. So we will understand in this webinar today all these three parameters and formats of the business also, wherein we are talking about how we can do investments, how we help, and also why it was important for this brokerage business to start, and how we help businesses and how they can expand their businesses in different markets, because we have a large network and distribution which is already available. And then we have resale. If any investor who have taken any franchise earlier, now you want to sell it out further, we help. Or is there any business house and they want to come out of the business, they want to sell it to any other investor, so we also help in that regard. That's we call as a resale. So Franchise India, as I said, we have a large network already. So we also have a support system, which is already we have created. Now today on panel, I'll also introduce why we have invited our regional heads and our leaders. And we are also management team of Franchise India, because we are very, very serious about this business, wherein we are offering our own franchise. In other ways, what is IFC model is a franchise of Franchise India. That's why we are very, very serious. So we have created a support function to help our IFC partners, our business partners locally. So we have regional heads also invited. Some of them are also on the panel, and we will like to invite and introduce. First, we have Ravi. Ravi has joined us from Hyderabad. We have our office in Hyderabad, wherein we have own team members also as a branch which is running. Plus, we also have our business partners in all AP Telangana. So they all come to our office, take guidance, get their meetings done in our office. So Ravi, you can also say hello.
Yeah. Hi, good evening all.
We have Rahul, who has joined us from Bangalore. So we have our own office in Bangalore, and we have also partners in Bangalore. So we are working together, helping them out day in, day out. We had joined with Sheena. Sheena is taking care of Kerala market, and we have Gaurav. Gaurav has joined us from Kolkata. We have also our senior leader, Swaraj. He is from corporate office, Delhi, and he is also looking at international markets. We have Vishal, he has joined us from Chandigarh. Hi. Vishal has joined us from Chandigarh office. We have Shaktivel, our senior leader. He has joined us from Chennai. We have office in Chennai. He takes care of all Tamil Nadu market along with Kapil, and also helping our all IFC partners. So Ronak has joined us from Gujarat. We have office in Ahmedabad, so he takes care of Gujarat market. We also have other leaders from Bombay, from Pune, and they also help regionally and locally. My name is Sanjay. I am CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, which is a sub-company of Franchise India Group. wherein we have all our IFC partners registered with us. We have also joined us today Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She is Managing Director at Franchise India, have over 2 decades of experience of this brokerage business. And I will also invite her for setting up the perspective of this webinar. And do welcome all of you once again. And we will talk about largely in 3 formats. First, we will understand what is the franchise as a industry, Franchise India as a journey, what we have done. We are talking about 27 years. So what we started with, how brokerage business has come in between. So we'll give you complete understanding about our journey. Second, we will talk about franchise as an industry. What is growth in this industry? How it is looking like for next 20, 30 years. And also we'll talk about Franchise India opportunity today, which is independent franchise consultant. So what is an IFC model? I'll also take you through a presentation at the end where we'll give you understanding about the business model of IFC. And also we will give you understanding how you are going to become a partner and how it takes out and what is the growth ladder, plus how is your payout structures, how you can earn out of this. So what are the revenue models, monetization model. So we'll give you all understanding in this. And in this webinar, we'll also ask you a few questions because we feel we should also know who is joined us today. So we'll ask you in questions also. Please use Q&A box during the webinar and send us your questions. If you have any query, please do not raise your hand because it's a webinar which is one-sided. We don't have option for raising the hand. Please use Q&A box and send us as many as questions you have, and also make sure that you are interactive in this because consulting business is all about asking questions. So we'll be taking all your questions from which city you are from. Whenever we are asking this, please send us your and make it very, very interactive. With that note, let me introduce and welcome once again Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She is Managing Director at Franchise India. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Friends, a very good evening once again to all of you. And I welcome you again to the IFC webinar. In fact, like Sanjay said, this is a program or rather an opportunity to associate as a partner with Franchise India. And as partner, forms a very important part of our overall business of Franchise India. It also takes a very big time share of all of us. And that is very, very evident. You can see the entire leadership management of Franchise India on this webinar today. And so it is very important that we also, amongst us, spend some time to understand who we are as a company, which is Franchise India, the value proposition that we bring in, and equally educate you on the industry at large, the opportunity, and how you as a potential partner can qualify and get selected to become a IFC partner of Franchise India. So I'll start with giving a little introduction about our company. I'll give you a little understanding on, why franchising, how the big industry is, and how the dynamics have changed in the last more than 2.5 odd decades. We'll also be happy to take any questions that you have. And mostly when we do this webinar, we also get a lot of our friends who join us from neighboring countries. I'll request all of you friends, if you can also share what city and what countries you have joined in from. And something I want to also add, this is a program which is not only limited to India. This is a program to associate in any part of the world, because today Franchise India runs in 11 countries. So India, we are present in about 97 cities, and outside India, we have operations in about 11 countries, which includes countries like even Nepal, Bangladesh. We're there in UAE, we're there in Saudi, we're there in Mongolia, we're there in Brazil, we're there in Singapore, we're there in Malaysia, Australia, UK. So we have a presence through our direct teams and also through our partners in all these territories globally. So we're happy to take any questions, share your profile with us. We'll also like to ask some questions which will help us to know a little more about you. And just to get started, friends, we are a company which has been democratizing entrepreneurship, since 1999, and started at a time when words like startups, entrepreneurship was not so much dominant as they are today, and they have rather become part of the mainstream, right? So we understand there was, even that point in time, we understood there was a big demand and a supply gap, demand which was as big as every single household would have somebody who had an aspiration of starting a business. And that is why India was always and still called a shopkeeper nation. We are fondly called a shopkeeper nation. And we realized, and when the opportunity was big and there was nobody, who was there to fill that gap, who could advise a common man on starting his business. While even today you find, and that point in time also, there were real estate consultants who were advising on real estate opportunities, brokerage. There were consultants who were advising on stock market. There were consultants advising on education, immigration, but there was nobody in the market who could work with a common man to advise him on starting a business. So the core driver and the foundation of a company has been entrepreneurship, and the initiative also for us to start the IFC association program has been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself who become partners with Franchise India, who have the skill, and most importantly, I would say, have the intent to drive entrepreneurship like all of us on this webinar have. And you'll all be happy to also, acknowledge our entire community of IFC partners is very, very strong. It is becoming bigger every day. And it is not because we are adding more partners because we want to grow our distribution, but there's also a very big reason behind this. And that is because the business opportunity or the market demand, the total addressable market who's looking to buy a business, the market size is becoming, and it continues to become bigger every day. So we believe as a company, we need more partners, we need more hands, we need a deeper and a larger distribution through this entrepreneurship program so that we're able to capture this opportunity in India and international markets. If you have been reading, friends, I'm sure you all are looking to start a business and you come with a mindset of becoming an entrepreneur. Today, more and more people are starting their entrepreneurship journey and they're buying businesses than before. And maybe, we go back 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. The scenario today has changed. More companies are expanding their business via franchise route than they were 27 years back. There are more people looking for businesses than they were maybe 2.5 decades back. And this is not going to stop here because this space is very, very dynamic and it is getting bigger. And I'm sure, if you look at the global scenario also, there are more entrepreneurs today and aspiring to be entrepreneurs than has been the history of entrepreneurship ever, on earth. And hence, we've always, as a company, Franchise India, we have worked very, very hard to develop our capabilities, the value proposition that we can offer to the stakeholders, our community of business buyers, a community of even companies, franchisors, who would use various platforms of Franchise India to reach out to business buyers and investors. So if you look at India as an opportunity, we were 10 years behind many countries, 20 years back. So like China, we were 10 years behind. The US, we were 25 years behind. The entire story, the entire narrative has now changed. What is happening in these, what was happening, in fact, in these countries has started to happen in India now. So what we have done in the last 75 years of our existence, post the independence era, India is going to be 2x of that in the next 10 years. So you can imagine the kind of growth, the speed of growth, what we're going to witness in the next 10 years would be 2x of what we did in the last 75 years of our independence. So as a company, we are a start your own business specialist. We work with a large community of entrepreneurs who want to buy a business and on one side, and we work with companies who want to expand their footprint either through a franchise format, through a dealership or a distribution. And we work with companies in India. We work with a lot of international brands, and Franchise India through its Fran Global business entity. So at the group level, there are different entities through which we operate, but largely in India, the umbrella entity is Franchise India. All our global operations outside India are run under the name of the Fran Global. So all our offices, which are outside India, they all run under the Fran Global. And we have Swaraj that you see on the screen. He leads our entire Fran Global business in India and also overseas market. So we had a very enriching journey in the last 27 years ever since we started. And today, as a brand, we are recognized as a company which is a fully integrated franchise solution company, and in fact, the largest franchise development company and the largest franchise distribution company. So franchise development company because we also have a trademark which says there's nobody in the world that sells more business than Franchise India. And there more than 10,000 companies whom we currently engage with, whose franchisees are sold through our teams across the country. What happens, through our media platforms, because we also run a very big exhibition company, that is almost 3x, or I would say even 4x of this number. This is a number of companies or the franchisees where these companies give a mandate to Franchise India. and we appoint their franchisees in form of a unit franchisee or an area or a master franchisee. Over the last 18 odd years, we have also been instrumental in bringing almost about 600 brands to the Indian market, and also markets like Bangladesh and Nepal. And today, Franchise India is a trusted advisor to some of the leading and the most influential, respected business houses, and also a very large community of business buyers who actually trust the platforms of Franchise India. And before they want to decide to take a even decision of buying a business, they would in their entire process or their journey of buying a business, they would reach out to Franchise India to consult and also take options. So over the years, like I said, we have created a very strong value proposition for an entire community that we are serving, which largely comes under 4 platforms, which starts with our ecosystem creation, which is our media company, where we run 3 magazines, which includes Entrepreneur, Franchising World, and Retailer. If our friends from the international markets have joined, and also our friends in India would know, Entrepreneur is an American magazine, and this is the most respected magazine in the space of businesses. All the who's who, the names that perhaps you can think of, including Jeff Bezos and the Microsoft CEO and the kinds of them, would be on the cover page of Entrepreneur. All the top iconic brands which are synonymous with franchising, names like KFC's, names like McDonald's, all these companies every year are ranked by Entrepreneur in America. So Franchise India has a partnership. In fact, we are their joint venture partners for entire Asia Pac, and we run 2 other publications. So we also do about 200 exhibitions pan-India. And these exhibitions are attended by nearly 8 lakh people who come face to face, meet the companies, understand their business model, and buy a business. And we also run a very dynamic website, which is franchising.com. You'll find about 18,000 companies have listed their business opportunities. And this platform interacts with the nearly 10 million people who are looking to buy a business. You can imagine, this community of people who want to buy a business is very, very large. Our second platform is for companies who want to expand and scale, and where we work with them to make them ready to get into franchising. And this is something which is done through our consulting company called FranCorp. FranCorp, again, is an American company which comes with 47 years of vintage and experience, which has consulted companies like McDonald's, KFC's, Hershey's, Hilton Hotels. I'm sure you all know these big names. And Franchise India acquired the rights of FranCorp in India about 18 years back. We also run a big investment platform, which is curated for investors who want to invest in businesses, which can be a small investment, as small as, say, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, or even as large as, say, 100 crore of investment. We work with retail investors, we work with HNIs, ultra HNIs, and also family business owners who use our services to evaluate business opportunities. And finally, we also have an exit platform, which is used by companies to evaluate their business value. And if they want to exit from the business, we do the evaluation and we bring a strategic partner or a financial partner who can take over the business. So this is largely what our business has been all about. I'll also take maybe a few minutes to talk about why franchising, and because that is something that we've been doing for the last 27 years. Irrespective and, despite the most critical times, the crisis that we have faced, this is one business I've never seen has gone ever down. The 2 years of pandemic, the world faced. In fact, our inquiries for people looking to franchise increased, right? Because people were looking for something they could depend on. And anytime there's any crisis, and that happened in America also, anytime there's a crisis, the demand for franchising increases. So franchising in totality is a very big market, and it also impacts every one of us because all that we consume every day, right? So be it a product or a service, all that is coming from a business, which is franchising. Right? So be it the local salon that you go to, or a lot of these salons that we go to, they're all national chains, regional chains. Some of these are city-centric. Maybe a brand like Cut and Style, they started with Gurgaon, Delhi. Today they're there in many locations. So all these brands are franchising. Companies which are into, even pharmacies, they franchise, 5-star hotels franchise, even hospitals franchise. We also have franchisees of pharmacies. We have all the fashion brands, jewelry companies, furniture companies, name it, and we have these companies franchising. So you can understand everything that you're consuming starting from the morning till the evening. largely, you will see that 95 to 98%, whatever that product or service that you're consuming is coming from a business which is branded around, right? The ecosystem that we live. So globally, this is a opportunity which is about 4.8 trillion in size. And India is now the second largest market in franchising after America. And franchising is not only going to be where it is today, it is 180 billion in size in India. And this is going to be 10x of what it is in the next 10 years. And I'll tell you why this is going to become bigger, right? Because you need to know, if we are giving some numbers and we say it is going to become 10x of what it is now, what are the factors which, suggest that this growth would be huge and very big. Now, if you look at how we are consuming, I'm sure if we talk amongst ourselves, yesterday I was doing, a little review with my teams. I was doing a little training with my new teams who had joined in. And I just asked them, there were about, 20 of them on that Zoom call, and they came from different cities. And I asked some of them, I said, how many times do you eat out or you order? And I was surprised that some of them said, I eat out almost 2 times a day, which means I'm ordering something or I'm going out. And on an average, most of these, I'm talking about the urban phenomena. It would be different if you go to maybe rural markets or tier 4 markets. But if I talk about cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay, the consumption, even eating out and ordering, people are doing at least 4 to 5 times average. I did that survey every time I do my training with my teams. On an average, I find at least people are ordering, 4 times or they're going out 4 times in a week. So the consumption of India is very, very interesting. It is very big. And if you look at the GDP driven domestic consumption, we are 70%. So, and versus economies like China, which is only 53%. So what we have, I'm trying to suggest is the consumption cycles are also changing, right? So what we were consuming 5 years, 10 years back, we're consuming more of that now. 15 years, if I talk about even there was a survey done by Asian Paints, and they said India is painting homes more often than they were doing 15 years back. So today, every Indian, on an average, is consuming paints, which is the paint that we use at home. They're consuming every 4 years, they're painting their homes. 15 years back, they used to consume the paint only once in 7 years. So from once in 7 years to once in 4 years, so this is almost, doubled, so people have doubled their consumption. And this is not unique to only some categories, but larger consumer categories are becoming 3.5 times larger than they were 30 years back in 1991. There's a formalized consumption because people are consuming more brands they were using before. And this is a trend which is evident not only in products, because there was a modernization of retail that happened 20 years back. And as I speak, and the times and the era that we are in, there's a modernization of service industry, which has also become branded, which means the laundry services. We also run a very big company called UClean. That's a laundry brand, which is the largest here in India and also running in Nepal. We run about 470 locations in Indian market and some of the overseas market. Even D2C healthcare services, which are home cleaning services or healthcare services, they all are becoming branded. The third thing, if you understand, I talked about the legacy of entrepreneurship in India. Franchising and entrepreneurship go hand in hand. India has always a very substantial entrepreneurial population. And the demand, when we look at the businesses which are bottom of the pyramid, micro businesses which are run in the neighborhood market, is very, very high. You can see even the pharmacy store is branded. The booths, the Mother Dairy booths, the Amul booths, they are all being run by franchisees. Right? So there's a big demand. And the fourth thing, which is also very important to understand, 27 years back when we started Franchise India, out of 100 people who used to buy business, there were only 10% people who were first-time business buyers. They had no experience of starting a business. They were professionals getting into business. And 90% people who bought businesses or franchisees were people who had some background and experience of running business. Now, fast forward these 27 years, today this narrative again has changed. Today, out of 100 people who are buying businesses, 60 people are the ones who have never done business in their life, which means that the first-time business buyer community and the first-generation entrepreneurs in our country is growing. This has doubled up in the last 10 years for us. And as we see, this is going to be almost 75% in the next 5 odd years. And lastly, if you look at job opportunities, even India, needs to create 1 million jobs a month over the next 10 years. And only 25% of this demand is currently serviced. And the delta is very, very big, which is 75%. And franchising is a way to buy for an individual a job. And when you look at tier 2, tier 3, there's a dearth of jobs which can pay you higher salaries, say 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or even beyond. So franchising comes as a very big, I would say, a rescue or an opportunity. If you look at the startup ecosystem, 49% of startups today in the country, they come from tier 2 and tier 3, which also is a very big validation of the potential of entrepreneurship that is in a country like us. So these are all factors which I would say, suggest that the growth is going to be bigger. And that is why we need more people who can join hands. And like Sanjay said, we have two set of stakeholders, and one is the investor who wants to buy a business, and the other is a company who wants to expand. Today, there are almost anybody in the country. Today, Franchise India enjoys about 90% market share, which means 90% of franchising which is happening in the country is done through the platforms of Franchise India or through our teams, advisors who are working across 97 cities. And today also, if you see, the role of consultants is getting evolved, right? So the new world is knowledge driven, the knowledge economy, as we say, and advisor is seen by somebody who can give credible advice. And this advice also has to be hyper local, right? So we need more partners who have that local market knowledge and hyper local knowledge, who are somebody who can stay on top of the industry. And if you want to be very effective partner or a consultant advisor, you need to keep acquiring both. You need to have a lot of new information. At the same time, you also need to have the expertise to stay competitive in the market. So that's where we need a lot of you to come in. I'll also let because we have a small presentation to go, so I'll also request Sanjay if he can put that presentation. But friends, before we go there, I'll request if you can share a bit about your profiles. We like to know what cities you come from. You can mention your city, and also a bit about your profiles, what backgrounds you come from. And maybe I'll request Sanjay can put that in the chat box. Guys, you can read that, and maybe we'll also repeat, and you can start writing in the Q&A box. Largely, the consultants or the partners that we have had in India and international markets, most of our partners come with an average experience of 15 to 25 years. They are partners who've been working with the companies at the senior, mid-management, senior level. Some of them also come with consulting background. So we like to know what background you come from, and also we'll be happy to understand what cities you come from. So while we operate a very big network across India, but a lot of cities, we still are not as penetrated because the demand is big. Maybe I don't have too many hands in these markets, and we would need more people to partner with us. So I'll request Sanjay if you want to take that up. And then friends, we have a very quick 20 minutes presentation on what the model is, how you can qualify, how you make money, which is very, very important. And friends, I am seeing some of you have also raised your hands. Can I request you to please write that in the Q&A box? And with your name, we would take up your question.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Friends, please use Q&A box as we discussed. Let's know who is there with us today. So you have to use P as a professional. If you are a professional, use P and write your city name. If you are a business owner, some business you are already in, write B, only B with your city name. Please send us your city name also, because that will be very important to understand which city you are coming from, because we have already large network and we have some cities which are right now priority for us to take it up. And we also have, if you are some management consultants, so would mean that you are already involved into some consulting practice. You do some education consulting, you are a real estate consultant, or you do any kind of consulting, write MC, management consultant, with your city name. Also, if you're looking for a career change, because we feel this is the right time wherein you can see the career change also largely. If you are looking forward for a career change from professional to coming to consulting, or you are already a business owner and you want to start some consulting practice as well, so write C along with your city name. So we'd request everyone to be interactive and use Q&A box. So we'll take your names also, and we'll also understand which city you are coming from. So I can see we have Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed has written, okay, he has written again his name. So we need to know where from you're coming. Administrative head. He is professional. He's an administrative head. Also write your city name. We have Mr. Kastub Sharma. Welcome. He is from Delhi. He is a professional right now. He's also from Delhi. So welcome. Vishwanathan. He is from Chennai. He is a business owner, some sort of business. So you can write little more details on your business, what kind of this is. If it is relevant, we will also look forward for that also. So Mr. Kastub, he is writing again C, looking for a career change. Welcome once again. So we have Mr. Anirban. Mr. Anirban is P from Kolkata, C from Kolkata. So he is a professional, and again he is looking for a career change as of now. Mr. Srinivas Rao, he is a professional in Vijayawada. Oh, welcome. We have Mr. Kumar. He is writing from Bihar, Gaya. He is looking for a career change. So welcome. Vishwanathan is writing, how long is this membership? So please let's understand that what membership you are talking about. If it is a Franchise India membership, Franchise India, it's a 3-year of agreement to start with, and then it's always a renewal. So we have Mr. Rana. Mr. Rana is, you have to write your city name and what you are into. You have written only your name. So Mr. Ahmed is writing city Dhaka. Welcome. We have all international friends also joined. So today's webinar is live in UAE market. It is in Sri Lanka. It is in Bangladesh. It is in Nepal also. So we have from Dhaka, we have Mr. Ahmed joined. So welcome. Mr. Bhaskar Prasad, he's writing, Bhaskar, founder of, okay, you are already founder of some company. Very good. We are into eco-friendly indoor. So you are already into business, offering COCO model, FOCO model. So great. So you are already into franchising. So you're offering these models. COCO is a company owned wherein franchising F is not there. So wherever F is there, FOCO or, it's a FOFO, Franchise India would definitely help in this regard. So we'll look forward and we can discuss one-on-one and we can see what is the best possible way wherein we can get associated as well. And we'll understand your expansion plans, which city you want to go for. So we'll definitely have a one-on-one meeting with you. Mr. Ahmed still looking for a career change. So welcome. Mr. Vishwanathan, I'm a builder and a contractor. Great. So welcome you also. Mr. Sri Nivas is writing further. He is P, professional from Chennai. Okay, great. So you are a vice president, electrical. Experience in cement, power, sugar, and a lot of other things also. So welcome. Mr. Yogesh is writing, are you following one city, one franchise partnership, job Kalyan? Job Kalyan. Partnership, job Kalyan. Okay. So I think he is trying to understand whether we are looking for one partner in one city. So we are not restricted to one city only. We are not restricted to one partner in one city also, because it's a very, very huge business opportunity. Right now in metro cities, we have already more than 10 partners also. So we have a system, we have a fundamentals, we have very, very strong process which we follow, and there is no overlap, even though if it is a employer franchise India or it's a partner franchise India. So we have completely a different system which we follow. We'll give you more understanding once we have a one-on-one interaction with you. Mr. Vishwanathan is writing, does renewal requires further payment? So that will be completely depending on the first 3 years, because if you are growing, why we will not have you with us? So we are having case-to-case basis for sure. Some cases we don't do renewals. In some cases, absolutely yes. In some cases, we have some understanding also. So it will be completely understanding on first 3 years and also the management decision at that time. Mr. Rana is writing, Mohammed Masood Rana, professional HR city. It is Chittagong, career change. Looking for a career change, so welcome. We are getting answers again and again from some guests today again. And we also have Mr. Naga. He has joined us from Hyderabad. Management consulting, great. This is actually something we would want to know. You can write about your consulting practice, any company you are working with, or you are yourself a consultant having a firm. So please write a little more on your consulting practice. This is what we would look forward to know more. Mr. Muhammad Ali, I joined late. Now, how do you want me to register at franchindia.com? So Mr. Ali, you don't have to register at franchiseindia.com as of now. So this is a webinar wherein we are offering Franchise India opportunity. If you're looking forward for some business opportunity, this can be one of them, but we want to know about, please write about yourself and give us understanding what you do as of now, and write the city name also. Then we will have a one-on-one meeting and discussion with you as well. Mr. Mustafa, he's writing, why I don't have the option to open my camera or my microphone. All right, Mr. Mustafa. So this is a webinar. This is a meeting. So in the meeting, you will always use your camera and microphone as well. In the webinar, it is always one-sided. So webinars where you can only use Q&A box. So please send us your query and question in the Q&A box, and for sure we'll take your query as well. Mr. Anirban, how do I connect with the Kolkata chapter and what is the registration process? So welcome Anirbanji. We have our team member Gaurav here from Kolkata. Please send us your contact number also. But after this webinar, we'll get in touch with you, understand your requirement, and we will see, because we all are at franchising and matchmakers. So we'll do a right match for you, understanding your background, and then we will also see what kind of opportunity is going to be fit in. So we have a lot of other partners also. Please keep on writing. We will take your queries and questions here. And there is someone who have already mistaken. Okay, here's there is the hand also. So my request, please use Q&A box rather than raising your hand. So keep writing. We'll definitely look forward for more of you to write. There are a lot of other partners also. Any country you are from, for sure, we are going to help and create a structure wherein we will give you complete understanding on your opportunity and our opportunity, how to make it match make for both of us, which is going to be on a selection basis from both sides. So in the meantime, I'll take you through the presentation, which is giving you a little more understanding on the model, which is independent franchise consultant model. What we offer in this, that we will be giving you some understanding. In the meantime, you can still continue giving us your inputs in the Q&A box. So
first, we'll
slide,
request to make it interactive. Any questions that you have, please ask. And I think what I read, one of you wants to become part of a chapter in Kolkata. So one thing which I wanted to share with all of you, irrespective, which city you become a partner in, this is a relationship. Even my Nepal partner can get business from India. My Kolkata partner can get a business from Delhi. My Delhi partner can get a business from any part of the country or the world. So there's no restriction. Having said that, even a place like Delhi or a Bombay, where we have a lot of our own team sitting in these offices and also a lot of my partners, I still have a very big pie, and all of us would have a very big share. Even if we have more partners, we'll have more share to come in. And when you evaluate this business opportunity, you should also look at maybe the other opportunities vis-a-vis which are available. Today, somebody asked, what is the cost to become or what is the cost to renew? If you understand the value, this partnership brings in and the potential of your earning, and compare that with any franchise opportunity, even if you want to start today a small chai shop or a coffee shop, which is an investment as small as 10 lakhs, the potential for you to make money every month is not more than 25-30,000. If you're looking to start a salon, you will end up investing about 40 to 50 lakhs. You will break even in about 2.5 years. So depending on the industry, your potential to make money and the potential, for you to break even is very, very different. So what we're going to present is the opportunity, how much money. And unlike a lot of businesses like retail businesses I talked about, they have a throughput issue. If I put certain number of stock in an outlet, maybe I'm running a fashion store, I have a 20 lakh stock in the store, right? And there's only a stock turn of 4, for example. If I have a 20 lakh stock at the outlet, maximum that stock will turn in 1 year is 4 times, which means annually I will not have a sale which is more than 80 lakhs. And then I have overhead of expenses, right? Unlike these businesses, our business is very dependent on the return on the investment, not on the return on the investment like other businesses, but this is return on the involvement that you have and the return on the time that you put in the business. And I'll let Sanjay to explain that further, and also with some examples of, the revenue, the commission some of our partners make. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. And what we're talking about franchising, as we discussed, it is $4.8 trillion industry, and franchising is growing because consumption is growing. It is directly dependent on the consumption what we have, and everything we consume today is coming from a franchise company. And that's why the sector-wise, if you can give you some understanding. So you have healthcare. Now understand healthcare. See the main category is healthcare. Then see the subcategory. Subcategories can be, it can be any category which is there in between. So that can be also where we are looking forward for some hospitals, and hospitals below that. Then we are go to testing. If you'll see, we have Dr. Lalpath Lab also with us. Now, Dr. Lalpath Lab is offering an opportunity. You can become partner with Dr. Lalpat for a collection center. So would mean wherein the blood sampling is happening, that's also franchising. If see the lab is also franchising. So there can be a different model, but now you will see pathology business, which is also franchise. So healthcare, it's a very, very big category now. And you will see all these subcategories all also further franchising. Financial services, all are franchise. We work with ICICI, Motilal Oswal, Kotak Mahindra. We have already worked with them. Now, there are so many companies in the same category who are also offering franchise in this regard. Then we have also pet care. Now, pet care is also evolving very, very big time. Now, you will see a lot of pet lovers today in every city. There are few companies who have really started this business and now offering franchise because they have consumer everywhere. So when you see there's a consumer, you need to have a presence. So for presence, there are only two ways. One is you have to go and company owned outlet or your company owned store, which is not easy because you need financials, you need real estate, you need local partners, and you need local your technology to suppliers, to vendors, to everybody. Then you have to hire people who have to be local. You have no idea in that city if I have to bring in some store head or a manager, what will the salaries for fit in. So you have a lot of challenges in this, then the raw material and everything. So better, what is the next viable way is you look for a partner who can invest in your business, who will bring in real estate, who will bring in local knowledge, who will bring in everything which is locally available, vendors to IT, kind of a sport, and then hiring people to everything. Maybe he can hire from his family, he can hire from a relatives. So it is all about creating this employment also. You see, one franchise, if somebody is taking a franchise, then how many people are getting employment also in this? So you are now there wherein you are bringing in a partner which is local, and the partner is bringing in a lot of employment also under them. So that's where it's a viable way wherein you can go for expansions. If you have to open 10 stores in 10 cities and a store is costing 20 lakh rupees, then you can understand it is going to be how much investment from your side. So this was a culture wherein it was around 15-20 years back when brand like Bata, all the stores were company owned. It's the Coco model was there because they invest, they operate. Now you see Bata, all the stores are all franchise. So we are working exclusively with Bata also, and we are working with Reliance also. Now Reliance has hired us. Reliance has all capabilities to open up their own stores to invest from their company, but they don't do it because this is not the right time now wherein you can invest from the company side your own money, because your other way, which is the viable way of expansion, which is franchising, is valuable. So when you took, you take the route of franchise, and when you think about franchising, then there is only one company which is Franchise India you will join with or you will work through. So then we are talking about even maintenance to personal care, so children businesses also. There are a lot of now yoga classes for children. This is all franchise. And this was not earlier. Even there are now small gyms also, which are for kids gym also. Women, they have got separate gyms. Men, there are separate gyms. And there is a foot spa to nail spa to lot of new businesses in wellness and beauty segment. There it was not there. So today, everything what you consume, you see, is franchise. Even hotels to you name that, hostel also is also franchise. Models are different. We are working with Tata Chroma. Tata Chroma has 500 stores which are company owned. But now we have built a business model for them where we are offering an opportunity to get an investor in, which becomes a FOCO model. It is franchise owned, company operated. So it is completely managed by company Tata, but it is all invested by somebody in. So we are talking about fundraising. So there are different models, but now all these business owned houses, companies, they're looking for a partner rather than investing from their side. Now, auto industry, see EV segment, very, very rapidly growing category. You will see all this EV segment, all these two-wheelers, they are looking for dealers, they are looking for distribution and how they are going to create. We have recently on 29th and 30th, we were in Chennai we had a show wherein we have one segment for franchise and another segment, another hall, which was very, very large hall, was for EV segment. So there are a lot of new EV companies. They have showcased their opportunity there, and now we are taking them to the franchise route, because now we have to go for other cities also to open up franchises, because then consumer is everywhere. So if you advertise anywhere, you need to have consumer first, and consumer is already there. Now you need to have presence then. So you create franchise. Through franchise, you create your own network, and that's where Franchise India comes in between. So if I talk about what we offer after you become our partner, once we select you, you select us, we offer a tablet. Tablet stands for technology. T stands for technology. We give you technology. We give you CRM, and CRM will help you in terms of having the all data which we are giving to you. So there is no lead generation or no activity you have to do it. All database given by us. There will be two sets of leads, which is investors who are looking forward for start a business, but they have no idea where to invest. So they need a consultant. So they approach us, and then that's the set of leads which we are giving to all our partners every month. It will be coming in the CRM. And we will also create your email domain on Franchise India domain and email address, which you will be using, and sharing your emails and communicate with all the clients, investors on daily basis, which will represent you as Franchise India. A stands for access to infra. Infra we have our office. Suppose was in I'm in Delhi office. So today one of our partner, he was there in office, and he came with one of the client, and he came, he's an investor, he's looking forward to start a business. So likewise in other offices also, our partners are using our offices for their meetings, and also you can come use it full time also. So we have, somebody was saying he is from Kolkata, you can use our Kolkata. We have in Salt Lake, our own office, company owned. Somebody was from, if you are in Pune, we have our office in Kharadi, which is in World Trade Center. We have office in Chennai. Somebody was from other city also. Some from Dubai. We have an office in Dubai. So all these offices which we have is available for our partners. B stands for brands. So we have more than 1,100 brands today, which are onboarded with us, which are contract wise with us. I'm not talking about businesses, brands which are registered on our website. We are talking about exclusive contracts like Reliance, which is an exclusive with us. We are very proud that earlier we did a GOBP petrol pump project for Reliance, and now we are doing, if you have heard Reliance Trends, we have also onboarded. Now we are doing expansion for this with a different model. So we have created a model which is Fashion Hub by Trends. Now this is, we are taking to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, and we are 2,000 franchise opportunities we are creating network for them. So likewise, Reliance is also coming up, new brands which are now coming into franchise. So we have an exclusive tie-up with all these brands. So this brand list, which is active brand list, is available for all our partners. On your profile, your experience, we create your brand portfolio, and then we will help you to go for the marketing, lead generation. So the lead which we are generating and give to you, this will be all qualified leads for the brands which you are assigned to. So your all brands are available for you to drive as per the investment requirement. And what we do, we have some brands which you drive, we'll drive a special campaign every month for you to give you the leads. L stands for leads. So lead, as I said, there are 50 minimum leads guaranteed every month, which are investor leads. And also we'll give you brand leads over and above. So around 1 new investors coming to our system every month. So we have enough leads in the system. What we need is more hands. And these leads are coming to you without even single penny to invest. No lead generation, no promotion my partner has to do. Then E stands for events. So there is event which is happening around 20 events every month we do, all cities across. So these are all available for our partners. So you have to only come over, and as we discuss, our business is return on involvement and return on intelligence. That's ROI for our business. Mean that you have to train yourself on businesses, brands, opportunities on daily basis, which we do. And then you have to also involve yourself. So once you are involved, this is your business then. Events also, what we do, we invite brands, we invite investors, and we do matchmake for them. So your work is only to be there and to matchmake, to understand requirement from investor and connect with the brand. Simple. And T stands for training. So we have 3 days extensive, in-depth training in our corporate office, where we invite our partners. Every month it happens once. Now we are doing 15th, 16th, 17th of July in our office. So anyone who will be, we are already partners on board now. Some are already, some we are looking forward for now coming on board through this webinar. And whosoever will be there, who chooses us, whom we choose as a partner when we do matchmake. So you will also come for attending this training program, which is on 15th, 16th, and 17th. So what we are talking about is a structure of proposed structure of IFC partner. So when we join us, it's a field investor is unique because our business is involvement basis. You are more involved, you give more time, then you have more opportunity. Quickly you can go for the next level. But that's why we have created a success ladder wherein you go from IFC Slick to IFC Elite, and then Elite to Pro, Pro to Master. Because someone who is putting more time, want to grow faster, want to earn faster, there has to be some arrangement for the partner. So we have created that. So once you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, which is 15 lakh to franchise India, it can be in one day, it can be in 1 week, it can be 1 month, it can take 2 months, 3 months, depending on how involved you are. The deal, it can be within 2 deals, it can be deals, but it is depending on your how you work. But we guide you, we support. We have a system which we called as MOST, MOST, MOST. M stands for mentoring. So we are helping you, mentoring you, doing joint calls, joint meetings, initial level. And also O stands for opportunities. We give you opportunities. All these businesses, opportunities which are available are for you. And S stands for sport. And sport function, that's why we're talking about the heads and the regional team members who are there with us, leaders which are with us. Every city, we have every regional head who helps our partners for joint meetings, joint calls, and then we help you to grow for the first level to second level. Accordingly, when you grow for the elite to pro, you have to hit only 50 lakh. Or it's a deals. Now, deal would mean when we help investor to find out the right business opportunity, and we help him to invest in some business. When your token amount, your money which is going to brand, you select, you sign an LOI copy, that we called as a deal. So if you do 15 deals, besides any brand, besides any territory, and that's also counted. So if you do 15 lakh or 15 deals, whichever is coming early, you can grow to the next level, elite. And then you can become pro member, which would make you to grow monetary wise also. You can grow in revenue wise also, percentage wise also. How it is going to help you and how you can become IFC to IFC Elite. As I said, we have IFC Basic, wherein you become our 40% partner. Then Elite member will give you 50%. That's why you want to jump to Elite member, and Pro member will jump you to give you 60%. And we have also 70% opportunity in the master level. Now, understand at 40% level also, there is no investment from your side for any lead generation, for any kind of promotions. At 70% also, we still continue give you everything, which is leads from the investor side, which is the brand's opportunities from other side. Then we also help you with training. Then also we'll help you in support function. So this is all available at every stage. So we have products. I'll take you through the products. We have IA, IS, BS, and BD. So this is a very, very important slide to understand. Wherever you see I stands for investor. And when you see B, B stands for brands. So we have two communities. One is investor, one is brand. So we work with investors. We don't work free. We take investor on board first. And this can be as low as 25,000 rupees as a registration from the investor side. Because investors would also have their investment. So based on the investment, which is as low as below 20 lakh, if it is below 20 lakh rupees, we'll charge an investor acquisition, which is registration fee, which is 25,000. As the investment goes, then our registration process also will grow. So base level is 25,000 rupees. And once we register an investor, we start servicing that investor. We start getting and exploring opportunities for that investor. And suppose we get after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes it takes 4 months also, and sometimes it takes 6 months also. But we have a program which is investor acquisition program, which we do every month. So there is no target. There is nothing which you have to do 10, 20. You can do any numbers, investors, because we are giving you 50 leads. You want more, we'll give more leads. You want to work on this ground, wherein you register investors, keep on registering. And we also support you in this. Complete team is supporting you to get this thing done initially. And then you will also do it yourself. So when we start servicing an investor, and finally, when the deal is closed and there is some LOI signed, token amount paid to the brand, we feel that we have done the service. So we will ask him the service fees. So investor has to pay the service fee as well, which is IS. And in this format, wherein 25,000 was the registration fee, we charge you 50,000 rupees, which will go to our IFC partner. So that's a 50,000 rupees service fees in this category. What is BS? BS would mean brand service fees, because in the case we are helping investors and we have already selected one brand, and that brand will also pay us a success fees to Franchise India. Now, this success fees is also already fixed at the time of when we do the brand on board. We fix up this success fees, which is as low as 1 lakh, but 1 lakh, which is very, very rare. If this is 5, 7, 8, 10 lakh rupees an opportunity, we don't work less than 1 lakh rupees, but normally it is 2 to 3 lakh, 4 lakh. And also we have master opportunities, we have bigger opportunities. And in that case, we also have 20, 30 lakh rupees also this BS fee. So we have a lot of opportunities wherein we are looking for a master partner or an area developer that gives us around 15, 20 lakh rupees brand service fees as well. So all these three products combinedly, you will get 40% on each product. And an example to give you, suppose if you're working with 10 investors, I to take 10 investors on board with basic 25,000. We are not charging now higher. We're talking about basic 25,000. 25,000 into 10 becomes 2.5 lakh. And this 2.5 lakh is an investor acquisition. And you get 40% straight away of this. 40% of 2.5 lakh, 1 lakh will go to you. And when we service, and then we get the service fees, because once you are registered investor and there's a sure shot deal will happen, we will get investor service fees, which is 50,000. So all these 10 investors will pay you 50,000 each. And it can be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but different times also, but it is already booked. So you will get 50,000 from each member, which is 10 into 50,000 becomes 5 lakh. Your share is again 40% on this product as well. So 5 lakh, 40%, 2 lakh will go to you. And at the same time, we get the BS brand service fees. You get 40% on that. So if we average out, let's say 2 lakh rupees of each deal which we have done. So 10 into 2 lakh becomes 20 lakh. And you'll also get 40% on this, which is 8 lakh. So by registering 10 investors, you get 1, 2, and 8. 11 lakh rupees you get straight away. It is booked in your name. So if this process you will start every month. You can do 20 also, you can do 5 also. The more you are involved in this, you can do more. So if you are putting less time, you will get less number of investor acquisitions. But all these three products, you will get 40%. Now coming back to the fourth product, which is BD, which is business development, would mean the brands, businesses which are onboarded with us, they have also been onboarded by someone. It can be our partner and it can be our core team member. But you have equally opportunity for onboarding process. If you are any city, you know any brand, you have a reference, you can share the reference with us. But in this, you don't have to work or give any service. It is all done by us. We will do the joint meeting. We will send the presentation. We will follow the payment. And we will get payments, invoicing, everything. And then all the services will be done by us. Now, as an example, in this business development, what is the fee for the brand onboarding? We have 4 formats, starting from 7.5 lakh rupees, then 15 lakh rupees, and then we have 40 and 70 lakh rupees as well. Now, understand, if you are doing it, that depends on the service to service, brand to brand. So if it is startup, first time into franchising, so we have to do all business development for this, all documentation, everything, and then we have to also do the marketing. That will also done by us. So minimum is 7.5 lakh rupees plus GST. Now, if you do, there's no restriction. You can do n number of. If you are doing 2 brand onboarding 1 month, would mean 7.5 into 2, it becomes 15 lakh rupees revenue to Franchise India. Now you get 20% of this 15 lakh, would mean 3 lakh rupees will go to directly to you. And then we also have 40 lakh rupees also, and that also we can close, and you don't have to do the financials. You don't have to discuss about the services what we are providing, because this is all support function from our side, which we will doing. Every month, every city we travel, our chairman, sir, he travels, every senior, every vertical head travels, and have joint meetings with all the IFC partners for your investors, for your brands. So any kind of meeting which you have, we will have joint meetings, either Zoom call, or we can do a face-to-face meeting as well. So that will be supported by all of us. And that's why it's 20% on each level, because you have to give us only a reference. You don't have to and anything do. You have to only send us the reference, connect, arrange a meeting. That's all we do. So that's why 20% each segment. But here it will go into 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and then it go to 70% as well. So lead side, it will start increasing. As I said, leads, there is no constraint. There's a huge amount of leads coming to us. It is someone who is involved, want more, more leads. We are always there. So CRM ID will be created one at whenever start. After that, you can have 1+1. You can arrange some team member also to join you. And you can also have some family member to join you. You get more leads and more CRM. So you grow, it will give you another opportunity of creating a team or creating an office as well. But at the beginning, we don't suggest to have an office. As I said, it's an individual program wherein you can individually work. You can go for meetings outside, or you can do our office meetings and use our office also for all the meetings. You don't have to use any office. You don't have to invest in, wherein you can take on rentals or something, or your own office. That's not required. It's an individual program, and our team and consultants work individually. Largely, they do our meetings in our office, or we have 20 events every month, every region. Every city, we have an event every month. So what you also do is you invite all these to the event, wherein we have already invited brands. Our team is also there. We will support you. We'll connect, we'll match make, and then we will see what kind of background your investor do have, and accordingly we suggest to get registered with us first, and then we explore. So we have someone talking about 2 CR and above investment. So our registration will go about 1.5 lakh. So we have 1 lakh also registration fees, and then the service fees is also depending on the investment. It goes up to 3, 4, 5 CR or 5 lakh rupees also as per the investment. So that's wherein it comes in, because anything wherein you get investor acquisition at 1 lakh rupees, investor servicing fee would be 3 lakh rupees, and accordingly we will select a brand, and brand will be also a different level. We'll also get somewhere around 5 to 10 lakh, 15, 20 lakh rupees also in one deal itself. So this is one wherein we are talking about giving you payout. So you become our 40% share, partner sharing, having 40% at starting level. So this is one business and revenue for you. Second is we also have all the brands which are working with us. So mostly we go to them and we ask them to give some incentive, cash incentive for our partners, because all partners are working very hard for these brands, and you become growth partner for the brand. So brand is also giving us some cash incentives, which is directly for our partner. There is no commission, no cut to Franchise India. That's the second business. Third is we also have quarterly contest, which we create for our partners. So every quarter there's an international contest. So it would mean minimum 4 international trips you will get. Like now we have started second Q Q2. It's the second quarter of this year. So we have July, August, September, and we have already launched Hong Kong, which is an international tour for our partners. So there is a criteria, there is some revenue which is to be done. There's a criteria which we have to meet in 3 months. But this is all done by our teams. We help you to qualify for that. And this is all expenses will be taken care by Franchise India. So what you get payouts also during this. You get qualification also, and you get cash incentive also. It's all three together combined. But as we said, it's not for everyone. How it is going to be and who is going to be our partner? We have only one, which is a license fee which we have to pay, which becomes our partner with Franchise India. That's 5.5 lakh plus GST. That is the registration fee. We call it as a brand fee, and you can talk it as license fees. So once you become our partner, so you have to take license from our side, and immediately we'll do the training part. And on this training, we'll give you complete understanding on this business. What is this business all about? What we do? And our chairman sir is involved in this training himself. So that's when we are giving you a complete understanding about these categories, these businesses, how to do this, how to take support function, and then the basic. But we have a complete support function wherein we are talking about taking you from the first level wherein you are completely dependent to the stage wherein you are interdependent, and then from interdependent to completely independent. So these are 3 stages we take you through, and every time there is a support function which we give you, and you will be also brand Franchise India in your city. So we create some kind of a formulate that we have, and we will talking about how to become yourself as a brand. We have a training module for that. So we will give you complete understanding how you can become brand in your city. If you talk about last, which was our contest, and that was we have just finished the first quarter, and this was Almaty, Kazakhstan. Now, this month 11th, our team and IFC partners who have qualified are going for this contest. Before that, we have Andaman Nicobar. Before that, we have Vietnam. Before that, it was Azerbaijan, Baku, and likewise. So we have these Thailand, Malaysia, Dubai, all done. Now, every year, there are 4 international, and these places are something wherein you don't explore otherwise. So this is all done by Franchise India, because Almaty, Kazakhstan, probably you may not would like to go. But how you can go these city countries, it's all Franchise India. We have done, and we have a lot of partners today who have actually first time gone to Dubai also through Franchise India. A lot of partners have gone first time to Malaysia or Thailand, because that's what we create an opportunity. And we have also given them an opportunity that you want to take your spouse also. There is a criteria. So you can do you can achieve your target plus something. You can also go with your spouse, your family friend, or anybody. So that's also an opportunity. So that's why this exclusive webinar has been organized, where we look forward for like-minded people who can join us. But before that, if you have some sort of questions, our team will reach out to you and we'll have one-on-one meeting with you, give you complete understanding on this model. Again, you have any question, please do ask. I would suggest you to fix up a meeting in our office. You can visit our office, see the structure, whichever city you are. Otherwise, we will arrange a Zoom meeting, and there will be a 10 minutes introduction and selection meeting with our chairman also, which is at the final stage. So till then, thank you so much for joining in this special webinar, and you have given us more than an hour and patiently listening to us. There are a lot of already guests who have been there. And we would like to thank each and everyone once again. And from Franchise India panel, one more time, thank you so much for joining this webinar and being there for more than 1 hour. But you have given us time. We'll definitely respect that, and we will reach out to you and give you enough time for understanding this opportunity. Till then, once again, thank you.